Okay, so this is take 2. We have another Nitty Knotty with undyed yarn waiting to go in the dye pot today. And then our tapestry that has the drawings that are all from extant pieces. A lot of it, I think, from the Bayou Tapestry. With some embroidery that's going on. And these are done in period colors that have been used. And next to the tapestry is more baskets full of yarns and threads that have all been dyed with our period colors as well. Okay. We have a small bench over here that has a water bottle on it and a basket that's also full of null binding and some more tablet weaving sitting there. Okay, as we move on, we have a small little tent that someone's been sleeping in. And then we move on here.
No, I'm like kind of busy. Trying to get this. I've done it before. I know how to do it.
That has
Do I need to cut up all of these?
an anvil here with our blacksmithing display. And some water buckets underneath. And the actual forge here. Gonna come across the rope. So here's the forge. And then we have on the table here some of the tools and these are some chains that the blacksmith was working on yesterday making for the kitchen. And as we move along, breakfast is being prepared this morning. So we have a small some farm tools that are sitting here and some of our woodworking pieces. And then it looks like apples are getting sliced up. And we have Emmy also working on making some toast for us this morning. Here's part of her cooking display. With some of our items. We actually have our small little wood fire back here. And the breakfast cooking this morning, which we have some yummy bacon, so apples and bacon for breakfast this morning. And again, our bucket for fire control. And we have all of this ironwork that's on display to show the public. And our box, which has our fire extinguisher and our first aid kit sitting in it. Then we have another open tent as we come along here. We have a little woolen blanket just sitting down here, and on display then is some of our weapons in the tent. If I walk in here, you can see we have another chest, sea chest, with the game set up, and our Osterberg chair. And at the table, we have a small display of common items. And a bench that has some clothing on it. And a pair of shoes. As we come along, we have our list field with our double barrier that's on it.
Ready?
And we've got some arrows. This is our coming into our weapons display. So we actually, in the background here, if you can see, have some small boffer style shields that we actually use with the public for children. There are some boffer swords that they use to hit the fighters with in a little shield wall press. And on the table we have our fighters' gear. So you can see some of their weapons and helmets sitting there. And here's Veldif, who is set up in our combat area and also is ready to gamble should anybody be willing to take that up. And I believe that that concludes our tour of our village this morning.